And this is where I hope I actually did things correct.
Yeah.
Haha!
From this end, it sounds good.
Success! Woo! Welcome to Maestria Nord's Trials of Silver, episode 21. I am Mazrix, your humble yet not so humble master of chaos. Uh, I It's just my favorite. Humble yet not so humble is my favorite thing. I do it in Magic the Gathering too. It's okay. Anyways, hey, you're here for another session. We've got people that haven't been here in a while. It's also very exciting. Now, oh my gosh, who am I going to jump on first?
I feel like we're in the middle of a courtroom.
Banging the gavel.
Like we have somebody in the suit. It feels weird.
Yeah, but it's like via the stream you can see
I think
mostly his face. So
Yeah, that's
like
true. That's true. I
we
just
gotta
kind
yeah.
I
of.
think the person in the suit just volunteered himself to go first in the introduction.
I was the only one who didn't talk. Not the only one.
That's
What do
true.
you mean,
Your
volunteers?
silence is more damning than your speech,
It's
sir.
clearly deafening.
Hmm.
I plead the fifth.
That being said, those who voluntel must be voluntold. So, Lennon, go first.
Fuck.
Ooh.
Hi, I'm Juniper. I'm Linen Spice, most places on the internet. I play in a shit ton of games here on Maestria Nord, as well as in some games over on Shattered Tabletop Gaming, usually on Sundays and on the occasional Friday over on Shattered Tabletop Gaming. If you want to know what else I'm in, check the link tree, which will probably go up. If not, I'll put that in soon. Thank you, Megs. And tonight I'm playing Sorrow, who is a blood hunter. Um, we found out that her mum has some bad brain stuff going on, like health-wise. Her dad is attempting to become the king of everything, and yeah, it's kind of fucked. I will pass it to Nimue. Let's go, my colleague.
The suffering shall spread.
Sorry, I'm very confused by like the hand motions that James was doing.
So, well, Lennon said that she was a blood hunter, so there was like a pinprick of blood, and then because there was blood, I was hunting the blood on my finger. Anyways, keep going.
I thought you told me to steal something.
I
was
can
confused.
hunt the blood harder. Does that
Oh,
work?
oh my God, I can't.
Make sure
Hi,
you
I'm
like.
Mama
Make sure you
C,
like
or
lube it up a little bit.
Yeah, just hunt the blood real hard there.
That's, that's which one of us isn't ready for the Dragon Tears crew? Okay.
I'm,
We
I'm Mama
did it.
C, I'm colleague. I'm here way too much. So sucks to suck. You basically have me all the time. You can also find me every now and again over on Dark Domain or Shadow Tabletop Gaming. Other than that, yeah, as per usual, I'd like to shut up. Sam?
Wait. Pause.
Hey, I'm Sam.
Pause. Small note. You said sucks to suck. I apologize. It's sucks to succeed because you're doing great. So stop it. Now, Sam.
Got him.
Oh my God.
Hey, I'm Sam. I'm playing a new character today. Gritstone, Mastermind Rogue.
Hell yeah.
Looking forward to it. Hear a lot. Gonna play in some games on Share Tabletop soon, and I do art on the internet. That's it.
Like a
Riz.
boss.
You can find me at Rizplays Games, and most of the things here. Sometimes I play a vampire. Sometimes I play a turtle person. Sometimes I have red chat. But
Mhm.
today I am playing the old man Cornelius and his friend, of course, of Eli, the barbarian, Path to the Beast barbarian. But yeah, let us go to Dapper down below here.
Yeah, so Dapper Zombie, anywhere that I want you to find me, that was how you can find me. It is spelled with two E's at the end, which confuses people sometimes. But today we are playing the Right Reverend Paternoster and his butler, Jimothy the Celestial Skeleton. I'm sure those will all make sense later on.
Heck yeah. Also, I just have to like put a small plug that your tagline for Dapper Zombie should be It's All the Buzz.
Zombie.
Yeah. Then people will spell it right every time.
There you go.
You'd think so, but no, they won't. But still.
All right, well, that's back to me. Hey, so we've got a bunch of wonderful and cool shows on this channel, all various days, all various, well, not really all various times. It's kind of all sort of the same time, which is around 7:30/8 p.m. Eastern Time, depending on which show and what day of the week. Day of the week? Whew, ouch.
Oh, my.
I apologize in advance. Day of the week that it is. But this week, because today is Sunday, so yeah, this week we've got coming up. Do we have a Kagradime this week, or did we postpone?
Postpone to next time.
Cool. So no Kagradime Chronicles this week, which is another pseudo set within Kagradime, the world that Trials of Silver is set in. Very cool, run by Sam. But we do possibly have Wednesday's Vampire the Masquerade. No Vampire yet, postponed until later notice.
No, wrong week. This Wednesday we have Twisted Fates over on STG at
That's
8
it.
p.m. EST.
Yep.
And then on Friday is a to be determined whether there will be a Wild Blue Yonder at 8 p.m. EST. And then other than that, there's nothing really going on. So check out our other channels, and I'll throw the schedule in the chat.
There we go. I was doing games twice in 1 week has thrown my brain for a loop of what games are coming, what games are not. But that was a fun thing. We're doing 2 games 1 week for us, so yay us. And let's have some fun with episode 21, Trials of Silver, A Chance Encounter. Riz. Cornelius. You have had a rough day. There have been lots of dogs barking over and over and over. It has been rough after rough after rough. So many that you're feeling a little dodgy. Feeling a little peckish. There's a smell to the air. Could be burn. Could be something on the bubble in a pot. But whatever it is,
Dave farted again.
whatever it is calling your name. And the door in the way of it is only half shut.
Like outside, right? Like it's just walking, or am I inside the everything?
You are outside, walking along, and there is a building in front of you with a half-open door. To the best of your knowledge, the building itself looks mostly put together. Almost like a house. But there's
Any
food.
signage? Like anything to be like anything like a bakery or anything? Just a house?
Nothing discernible. Just a house with a half door open and a smell of something quite... I mean, the more you sniff at it, the more it's almost smelling palatable, but like somebody may have left the stove on for too long.
Cornelius is going to slowly jaunt over to the door and just knock a little. Hello?
And you hear from inside a scuffling and the scraping of wood pulling along the floor with that terrible screeching feeling that comes associated with the sound. Like instead of it being scraped against the floor, it's scraping down your skin.
Like scraping a chalkboard.
Yeah, but like
Pretty
a
much,
chair,
yeah.
kind of doing that
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
And you also hear an associated from inside.
No. Well, shit. And just Cornelius will enter the room and, excuse me, what's all this? Excuse me.
Perception roll.
Fuck. The barbarian is really good at perceiving things. Apparently 18.
As you enter, you see two 6'4", 6'6" frames, broad backs, tattered muscle shirts, like frayed, almost like the sleeves were ripped off of dress shirts, like just frayed around the shoulders, muscles bulging beneath, one very dark green skin, tattoos lining down one arm, muscles corded, another pale, almost ghastly white, no tattoos, but the same cording muscles, and they're towering over a body that's on the floor, hands bound behind its back, just trying to like almost inchworm away, squirming their body as much as they can. A cloth shoved into their mouth, so the jaw is open, but the cloth is wedged in. They can't get anything out.
Who are you?
This is none of your business. This is the dark green skinned one with the tattoos.
Yeah. You see Cornelius just clench his eyes shut. He just starts, you're making quite the ruckus outside.
I have no idea of what you speak. We've not been making a ruckus outside. We are inside. You are the one from outside.
We heard you from the outside.
They did not hear us, did they? Honestly, I'm not one to talk about what people are going to hear or not hear. But maybe he shouldn't hear much more if you're catching my drift.
I wouldn't come anywhere near me if I were you.
If you're going to come anywhere near us, you should first take words with the preacher outside who gave us the tip.
What tip?
It's the tip of the man. He does not even know why he's here. What is with this old person? Again, I'm not one to presume. Shut it with your philosophy. Don't even speak.
You see Cornelius stand up a little bit straighter. Back cracks. All the bones in his body start creaking and shifting a little bit. And he goes into a rage.
As you stiffen and go into a rage, Paternoster, you are not one to hold back your tongue, to speak your mind.
Nope, no, not at all.
There's a few gentlemen that had recently come to you for advice, but they stumbled into a building and you definitely directed them in a different direction. And now that door's wide open and somebody else stumbled in. It's looking like it's going to be an interesting day.
We'll turn to the very gaunt figure beside him. His Paternoster is about 4 foot tall and looks up at this 6 foot tall, very gaunt figure, dressed in Well, it probably was some kind of suit at one point, some kind of finery that has seen some much better days. He goes, Jimothy, we actually have work to do. And we'll wander towards the door. Settles his weird hat on top of his head and goes towards this door.
And as the door goes open, you see an old man whose spine seems to straighten and crack in an elongated way. His body bestially forming particular patterns. Muscles rippling. And that's where I'm going to leave you two.
Oh my.
Nimue. Sorrow. It has been quite some time since the light of this wonderful Trials of Silver camera has fallen on your story. Where would you two be on a late October day, mid-morning?
Practicing rope trick.
Uh, Training. Yeah. Probably in the same place.
All the different ways magic can be applied. They see rope trick, they ask no questions.
Questions asked. Only
Listen, old man, nobody asked you.
I mean, old man's not there currently.
old man's not here.
There is a knock on your door.
I'll open it.
In front, you see a letter pinned across the hallway.
Okay. Anything written on the envelope?
It says, "More details to follow."
I look up and down. Any clues as to who left it?
There's a small embossed seal in the bottom right-hand corner. But
Mm-hmm.
if you'd like to investigate the hallway, you're more than welcome.
Sure. Investigation.
Mm-hmm.
21.
The hallway is not very well kept. Honestly, you should probably have a few words with the management of this establishment. That you deserve better from the hallway. And in this case, that's actually a benefit to you. Because you see a fresh set of footprints cut into the grease of the floor.
Ew. Mm-hmm.
But it's a trail that, in what you with a 21 would surmise, is a calm pace, not a brisk one, that seems to have both approached and retreated from your door and down the set of steps into the tavern below.
Okay. Footprints. Humanoid? Like, what's the size of the feet? That sort of thing?
Definitely humanoid.
Okay.
I'd say average to above average, maybe a little wide.
Okay.
The girth of the foot is very important.
It's not the girth that counts. I will take the letter inside, and just say, anyway, this was pinned to our wall. And I'll start opening it.
You open the letter, and inside is a very particular script. It's quite unlike anything you've seen anybody write before. It's very, very strange. The ink is a heavy set.
Would I know it?
Are you familiar with the typeset of Helvetica? So for above table, um, it's cut. This person in this game has the ability to write with a very distinct typesetting or font setting in, if you will, that looks very much like a classic 1920s 30s typewriter, except it's just the way that they write.
Okay.
Fantasy Helvetica.
It is fantasy
Mm.
Helvetica. And inside the letter it says, "Apologies. I understand the outside said details to follow. But if you will, instead, follow the details. And come have a conversation because due to circumstances, I do believe you two have a particular set of skills that, when resourced with my resources, might actually do some good around these parts."
Does it say, is it signed by someone?
There is a scribble at the bottom of the page that very much looks like it could be a signature, but it also could just be like a hastily scrawled scribble.
Okay.
I,
I think you said there was a wax seal on the front. Does that give us any indications of who sent it?
When you look at the embossing,
Like it.
it's more of just that the wax seal has been like pressed in by what looks like a flat, or maybe there might have been a seal on it, but it's been so used over time that it's rounded and no longer as impressionable. That's not the word. Is that the word? Impressionable?
It works.
Impressionated?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
No
It'll
longer
do.
leaves
Imprinted.
the impression. Thank you. Yes,
Mm.
it no longer imprints with the same.
Clarity.
Here,
Imprintiness.
here I am with the same stab
Stamp.
Yeah.
emotion that it used to.
I'm
Do
gonna look over
they?
at Sorrow and just be like, whoever this is, quite frankly, is using a lot of words just to say I need help. I feel like my head's
Mm,
going to hurt if we go.
I agree, but if they are correct about the two of us actually being able to use our skills to do good, then I do kind of want to hear them out. We
Oh,
can always
lovely.
say no.
We have to go be do-gooders again. Bye. Is that nice? As
Well,
long as
we
I
need
get
to
to
do
kill
something.
someone.
I'm sure killing will be involved. It usually is.
I wonder if that bard's gonna be there again. Pick him.
I suppose we'll find out when we get there. Are there instructions on this letter for how to get to wherever this person is?
Nope. Just said follow the details. Was very lacking on the details, at least in the note.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Well, there are no explicit instructions as to where to go. There was, however, a set of footprints leading down the hall, so I suspect that's what we need to do. Follow the footprints.
Mm-hmm.
I'd start grabbing my gear and,
Yeah. We're on our
follow the
way.
footprints, I guess.
I start menacingly humming as we walk away.
Menacingly humming. I will. No, that's good.
What does a
actually.
menacing hum sound like?
I don't know. That's about it.
Or it could also be like,
That would do it.
That's as far as I'll
That
go
works too,
without
yeah.
actually doing the rest of the song. Because Twitch is listening. But you two follow the grease-tracked footprints down into a extremely hazy, smoke-filled, like, ratty pub. The type of pub that it doesn't matter whether you walk in at 7 a.m. or 7 p.m. The bar flies and local regulars that are there always have tankards half full, an ear half open, and a tongue wagging like everybody will listen. Just grease. Like, the menu that can be served from this place is like fat applied on, grease applied on, refried meatballs. Just meatballs the size of your fist. And you don't want to question where the meat was sourced from. Big slabs of bread slapped down. Maybe a day past due, maybe 2 days past due, but at least they took the time to scrape the mold off before they served it. And ale that you're not sure is from a preserved cask. But it does the job. If a little sharp going down the throat. Whether that's metal shavings or alcohol content, you're not quite sure. Grit. This room is ambient to you. You've seen any number of dark corners of this city, turned over loose rocks, thrown down the worst pints with the worst people. All for a good scoop, for information. And this time, the two people that you feel like can best aid you on your next scoop stumble into the bar through the haze. Just then, the bartender turns over whatever it is that she's cooking, and the sickening reek of it casts a wave through the whole tavern. You just hear a gruff, "Ha ha, that'll do," from her.
You see the strike of a match illuminate the face of a large, wide-set orc man, large tusks, hat pulled low over his eyes. He takes a long drag, illuminating his space. He goes, "Thanks, doll." He turns over to you two. Waves, kind of puts up one hand, waves over to where he's seated. You two mind joining me?
I'll walk over and just remain standing, looking down at him where he's sitting. I take it you're the one that left the letter.
Glad you could follow the signs. I know the Greasy Spoon isn't the best bar in the Citadel, but it's my kind of scene.
Interesting.
Why are we here?
Well, I've been on a trail for a bit, looking for people, looking for things. I'm sure you all were aware of that haze that went up around town the other day. Made people forget.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
People are missing. Things have gone missing. There's a whole council. There's a rather wealthy patron at the top of the city. No idea where she got her funding. Everything's wrong. Good for me. I'm in it for the business. Bad for the city. Now, I've looked at a few other places for help. But there's something wrong. The city's not what it used to be. There's some corruption going on. And you two, you're members of a certain guild, if I'm not mistaken.
Who told you that?
Word travels. Just look where we are. People talk.
I'm
They
liter-
drink.
I'm literally
It was
wearing the Silver Nat Guild pin, by the way.
I'm sitting over here like, didn't even realize you had that on you. Where did you even get that?
I think
Last
I
I
thought
talked
you were
to
given one as
the
well.
Senin. No, I
Didn't
was not there for
you
that.
didn't get?
No,
Okay, we'll
no,
talk to Thilin.
last time I saw Senin, I wanted to cut his fingers off. I still haven't been paid.
I mean, yes, you
We'll
have. It's
get you
just
some
at the
pay and a
guild.
badge.
You've
To be
been
fair, but it's been a while.
you've been too busy knocking boots,
Practicing
as
rope
it
trick?
were.
I'll talk to Thilin. We'll get you a pin.
I don't want a pin.
Just to pay.
So what's the problem then?
I don't want to be part of the guild.
I suppose that's fair. Turn back to Grit. Right. Well, you seem to have us at a disadvantage. You know who we are. We don't know who you are.
name's
Who are you?
Gritstone. Private Eye.
Oh dear Lord.
Run a
Stone.
small business in the middle ring. Doesn't see much business these days, but, well, I would say that. But with the recent smoke screen that went up, business hasn't been bad. But in any case,
What?
you two being members of the Silver Nat Guild, I'd need.
I am not a member.
Excuse me, miss. With you being a member of the Silver Nat Guild, I could use an introduction. Some allies,
I
some
see.
people who are a little newer, a little green. People who haven't had time to have claws sunk into them.
So, are you looking to get into the guild, or are you looking to hire the guild to do something for you?
That's a tough question. Maybe a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B. I don't necessarily want to
see.
join the guild, but I think we could help each other out. I'm looking for people, I'm looking for things, and the Silver Nat Guild, at least the guy in charge, I hear he's a good guy, a Boy Scout. Be good to know him.
I,
Get
Yeah,
some
that's a good
allies.
description. Boy Scout is a good description. Yes. All right. Well,
Hello, this
let's.
toad is going to get you killed. Both of us killed.
We'll be fine. We're always fine.
She always this negative?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
to
and
know.
her name's Sorrow. Figure it out.
You'd think I would be the more emo one around here, but no. Anyway, let's get you meeting Thelen. If you'd like to do that right now, I can lead you to the guild headquarters.
That'd be wonderful. I appreciate your help.
Right then, a slab of about the size of your forearm of what looks like absolutely blackened maybe meat slaps down straight on the counter. There's no plate. A rusty fork gets dropped next to it, and the slightly back cracked, taller than normal dwarf lady goes, "Got just what you asked for."
Citadel. What a town. I'll tuck in.
Indeed.
And we're going to put a pin there because we're going to go right back over to Cornelius and Paternoster. Cornelius,
Slightly horrified.
you have raged.
You did.
Still,
Every time.
Every time. Yes, I have.
Paternoster, you've approached the door and seen this bestial form take the shape of the old man. There are two hulking suits of meat in front of you. Sinew, thin sinew, over sharp, fragile bone. Things for the crushing, things for the crunching, for the snapping. Go.
He, Cornelius will look over because he hears the door creak. He quickly turns over to see who's at the door.
And what he sees is a 4 foot tall man with a very scraggly, unkept beard, a weird top hat, a long, dusty coat, and a skeleton in a suit behind him.
Like the face that Eli is making right now is hmm, is his rage, but also confused face. Like, because he really hasn't seen he hasn't. Okay, and he just looks back over at the two and starts to like saunter over like to those like just almost all fours, just inching closer to the downed man first, like the downed bound up person, and just like starts climbing over top of him and just like looks directly up at the two.
There's
They
a
go to
bound
grapple you.
man. Yeah. There's a bound guy with like a gag in his face on the ground, right?
Correct.
Yeah,
Um,
that is now covered by me, by the way.
that's fine. He is a creature I can see. I'd like to talk to his mind. In that Paranauts are just gonna speak into the man's mind. It's like, do you want to be here? Is this something we should leave?
No, of course I don't want to be tied up on the ground. Are you fucking well?
I don't know how to answer that, but some people do. So I didn't want to interrupt.
Okay, there's a time and a place, but right now is not the time nor the place.
Good to know. Okay, hold tight.
I-
Timothy, they're bad.
So they're grappling me.
They are going to attempt to. So, would you like to
Okay.
make a strength opposed roll for me? Keep in mind, we are not in initiative because I'm doing this out of initiative currently.
Right. Sure.
Does
I would
rage give him
love to.
advantage?
Yeah, does it? Well, I'm raging, so that's plus.
Yeah,
Oh, does it give me advantage?
it does.
Sweet. And that's
It is
just a
strength check. yeah.
strength check. Okay,
Mhm.
good.
Well, or athletics or whatever it is.
Okay, that's an 18. All right, that's going to be a 21.
That's a very good roll.
That's a very good roll.
Unfortunately, with a 22,
Mm-hmm.
the two of them combined, not the one, the two of them, because you are struggling so fiercely, manage to just ever so gently prise you off the body and pin you against the back wall. And they're like,
They're just seeing a smile on his face now.
the Cornelius is like, let them. This is the I'm not trapped in here with you. You're trapped in here with me.
Trapped in here
Smile.
with me. Yeah.
Yes, but they have each of your arms flexing with the old man corded muscle strength, with the bare bones clothes just revealing your powerful frame.
Mhm.
And these two gym-bodied muscle bros are pinning your arms to the wall, and the one goes, "This is your final chance to leave." But I think my friend is saying, I did not ask for you to input. Just I can do the talking. He is going to do the talking.
You should listen to your friend. I'm not leaving. So you should leave. Or else both of you will not leave.
Want to go ahead and roll intimidation?
Fucking A. Yes.
Like, this is a confusing statement.
Mhm.
You better leave or you can't leave. Wait.
Yeah. Or they're not going to leave.
It took me a minute to pass that.
21 again. Fucking.
There's a hesitation. They loosen their grip ever so slightly. Jimothy has been informed that they are bad.
Yeah. So Timothy is because I learned because of the things I have as a warlock. My skeleton has a 40-foot fly speed. and a 30-foot walk
Jeez.
speed. So he's just hovering forward. This is weird. He's just gonna try and pick up the man on the ground. Um, to try and we're just gonna leave with this man. But I don't know about the rest of the people in this room. They all seem problematic. Um, so I was like, "Have you heard the good word of?" And he's gonna say a name. I don't know what that name is, and it's hard to pronounce. And Tasha's hideous laughter on all three of the people that are not the tied up man. That includes this weird beast man.
So what is that? Is that a
His
DC
no?
16 wisdom
Wisdom?
save.
You said DC 16
Yes.
on the dot.
Yeah.
Both of the brutes fail it.
They fall
Nice.
prone and incapacitated and laughing.
They start
With that.
laughing so hard that they start to get the sweats. The green one actually begins to fart so violently that you think that he's going to shit himself.
Probably does.
But you're able to
Paternoster, his skeleton, and his new friend are going to try and leave. It's like, hello.
Cornelius is still gonna laugh. Like he's just gonna be, they're not leaving.
Oh, no,
Like
no,
he's looking
I'm
at
leaving.
he's looking at him going at you going, I told them to leave. They're not leaving.
Paternoster says, you
But-
guys have fun, and he closes the door as he steps outside with the persons.
Paternoster steps outside, and Cornelius, you have the opportunity to shut the door.
One thing. Can I see the source of the smell? That brought me into that room, that house.
No.
But can I still smell it?
Yes.
And is it coming from like the kitchen area, or is it them?
It's coming from another room in the house.
I'll give you one more chance. And you see Cornelius start sauntering over, or Eli sauntering over towards the room where the smell is coming from, because that's where his attention was drawn. Like that was his spot. And he goes, and Cornelius on the inside is like, it does smell really good here. So, is the door unlocked?
Yeah. It's barely like even shut, really. You're basically in somebody's house. Like the door is kind of like half open to the next room, and as you push it open, leaving the two brutish people on the floor, still laughing, crying, and basically soiling themselves, into the next room where you see a massive silver pot simmering above a fire, the bottom of the pot blackened, and the bubbles slow, almost as if it is in desperate need of water, maybe from an hour ago, and it just never got another round. And I mean, you can surmise maybe why.
It's more of a stew than a soup right now, correct?
Yep.
Okay. Eli is going to saunter over, grab one of the bowls, scoop it, and start walking out with the bowl of soup. Stu, are they still there? And they still laughing?
They are still there, and they are still
Mhm.
laughing.
Eli will put the soup down on the table and just start the one who what the talker, the
Mhm.
green one. He will saunter over to the green one. This is your lucky day. I got my soup. Got what I came for. Next time you do this, remember my face. Tell your friends. He's going to take his soup and start walking towards the door.
And you just hear from the exchange of laughter this brief moment where he pulls himself together and says, "Of course I will remember your face. I shall make sure that it is the first one that I slaughter the second that I am free of this curse."
Sets the soup on the floor. Walks back over to the two gentlemen. And he's going to take 2 claw attacks at the green one.
We'll let the camera fade out here as Cornelius, as Eli blackens Cornelius's attention. And a few moments later, Cornelius is aware of himself with freshly red hands eating a slightly lukewarm soup as opposed to a hot soup.
I'm still at the table. Like, I haven't moved. I'm just... This isn't bad.
Paternoster, it's been a few minutes since you've been outside with Jimothy and your new friend. And you've heard various, very concerning screams coming from just inside the room that you recently left. Sounds of what can only be surmised as meat slamming against the walls of the building. Sickening wet thulches and various onomatopoeia of gore. But on the outside, the day is bright and sunny. It's not too bad. It's early in the afternoon, and you have a bound man with you in the arms of Jimothy.
Timothy, put him down, and then he will just kind of be like, my cat has figured out that this chair is also one she can jump on. Lovely. Also, we'll kind of hold a hand out and just, Timothy, knife, and the butler will find in his bag the knife and hand it to him, and he will cut the man free.
And you just see him immediately massaging his wrists, and then he like ungags himself. He goes, "Oh, what a way to breathe the air. Oof. I thought I was done in there for a minute. Not gonna say that I ever want to go back home though with the sound of the things that are in there."
Oh yes, it sounds wet in there now.
I'd say it's a napped summation, I think. Anyways, pleasure to meet you on this chancy day. The name, coincidentally, is Chance.
Ah, I am the Right Reverend Paternoster.
Nice to meet you there, Rev. Reverend of what exactly? This is sort of a Dominia city, so just want to know if we're above board or below board. Not that I'm going to go reporting you or anything. I'm no friend of the fuzz.
It's a good question.
one that's not going to get answered, I surmise. That's okay. You know what? A man's entitled to his secrets. And his... And he, like, looks up and down at Jimothy for a second. Friends.
It's my butler.
Butlers.
Yes, he buttles.
Okay. Much as I am grateful that you've freed me from that terrible ordeal, What brought you to my humble abode?
But those guys had asked me a question, and I gave them an answer, and then they just wandered in there, which is not where I told them to go. And then the old guy walked in there, and it just seemed interesting. And then the old guy wasn't there. There was a weird animal-looking man, and you seemed to be having a bad day.
It definitely was. It's still on the mid side, if I have to talk about it that way.
Oh, it definitely could have been worse, probably.
Oh, it could have been much worse. I'm very grateful for where I am, I have to say.
Why did those people tie you up?
They may have been in my pocket for a bit of money. So, I don't know what you said to direct them my way, but, not thanks for nothing?
I don't remember what I said to them.
That makes it
But
worse.
I don't
You understand that does make it
remember
worse.
them. Well, no, I don't remember telling them to go to you. I don't even remember them asking me about you. Because I don't even know who you are till now. Also, they were in your pocket. Do you have very large pockets?
What? If you want to talk about pockets or things that you can find in them, oh, trust me, I may be your man. And he like kind of looks around. I do have a business of sorts.
A business of sorts?
A business of all sorts. And he sort of reaches into his jacket for a second, because as you see now, he's tied. He's wearing a sort of a loose, like high collared, like brown leather jacket over a buttoned green shirt. Collar sort of neatly tucked, one button undone. Bit of a swirly silver pattern to the shirt, and brown breeches, some nice leather boots. And he reaches into the coat and he fans out some decks of cards, and he goes, "Not saying you might not want to make a wager or talk about what's important to you, would you?" Cornelius, at this point, I imagine you'd be done your soup. You're
Muted.
still muted.
Such good soup.
So Cornelius will. I think Cornelius would have like scooped another bowl of the soup stew, and just start walking back. He's gonna walk outside. Hi. Oh,
Old man, do you just have a habit of walking to people's places and stealing their bowls and spoons and soup?
it's good. It's good soup.
I know it's good soup. I made it. Albeit, honestly, it's probably because of you that I actually might have a chance to eat the damn soup. Is it burning by chance? Did you add more water?
No, I knew it was missing something.
Ah, shit.
That's why it's more glue-like.
You know what? You win some, you lose some. I'm alive today. My soup's burning. It's just the way. Just the way.
I mean, I think I think you might have to do some cleanup over there, but it's gonna be fine.
Don't worry
It
about it.
starts-
I know a guy.
Mm.
Or gal, in this case.
And it just takes another. Mm. What were those guys' deal? What was happening with
They
you?
came from his pockets.
No, they came.
Those
They came from
those
my
are very
pockets.
small pockets.
They're very deep, small pockets.
They're magic pockets.
They are very deep, small pockets.
Mm.
He has the
I know
TARDIS in his
bags.
pocket.
They seem to be useful in his sorting business.
I've heard of bags like that, but I never heard of like pockets. You just hear it scraping of the bowl, like.
You watch as this gentleman sticks his hand down in one of the pockets on the outside of his brown coat, and you watch as actually his arm sinks into the coat as he reaches further and further, and he pulls out the end of a metal pole arm and keeps pulling and pulling and pulling, and then he pulls it up and slaps it down in front of him, and it's pristine.
Interesting. Very interesting. And I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name.
Chance Haverday.
Pleasure to make your acquaintance. And you see his bony hand sticks out.
He reaches out and he not only takes your hand, but he claps it on the other side and he enthusiastically shakes it.
Okay. Ow.
Wouldn't say
Shoulder?
you two have a mind for business, would you? Or be tied with someone that might be able to help me with mine?
Their sorting business.
Sorting business?
A business of a sorts, yes.
Sorts? I mean,
Look, do you have a brains to your operation, or is it mostly muscle?
we do have. Okay, so and Cornelius does have the sigil on his the Silverneck Guild
Pin?
crest on it. Yeah, pin on it and he goes, yes. What's his name? Terry. Ther. Yeah, yes, we have a brains to the operation, and I know that they would be willing to. I don't know. See what's happening with your large, outstanding pockets.
Well, okay then. I suppose I'll follow that good luck charm, and he points to your pin, and hopefully bring along this good luck charm, and he points to Jimothy and Paternoster.
Yeah, Paternoster and Jimothy are trying to figure out which of them is the brains and if they have an outfit.
And as he turns to the two of you, goes, if you wouldn't mind following me, you're kind of... I mean, you've already saved my life once today. I wouldn't mind having you tag along, but apparently there's a bigger conversation to be had, and I'm frankly of a mind to have it.
Oh, of course.
Perfect.
Yes, of course. And you see Cornelius just looks at his hands like they're just covered in a lot of stuff now. It's like I don't know which part's which part of your friends or your soup at this point. Maybe just takes a big gulp of the rest of the bowl that's in there.
I would use the term friends very generously. That being said, I do have something for that. And then he reaches back into his pockets and he pulls out a handkerchief. And he goes, if you wouldn't mind. And he kind of walks over and, like, if you'd let him, rubs the handkerchief kind of over your hands. And as he pulls the handkerchief away, the handkerchief is still clean, but so are your hands.
They've never been this clean before.
I've various sort of curiosities that I have a knack of looking over, so to speak.
But yes, let's lead the way.
You're leading the way, I think.
Oh, I'm leading.
Well-
You're leading the way.
What?
Oh, I thought you had more things for us to do.
Yeah, you're leading the way too.
Oh,
Apparently,
oh, yes.
whoever is in charge of your button there.
To the Silverneck Guild. Yes, and he just starts slowly sauntering over to where it's at. This is good. This is a great day. I got soup. Um, your f- we had a nice little chat with your friends. I met more friends that I don't even know who their names are yet. And I'm looking out, and Cornelius looks over at the floating skeleton, like you and you. Yes, this is amazing. The new friends, new people to join the guild. This is fun.
Chance, now that you see him in the daylight, takes a second and he runs his hands down his auburn hair and he loosens it a little and it falls in a wavy length just to his shoulders. And he takes a little tousle and quickly ties it up over his head and he goes, "There's no sense in not taking a journey.
Mm-hmm.
Lead on then, beast. It's all up to you."
Cornelius just stops a little bit. Like, Beast?
I mean it with great fondness. You did, after all, lighten my load, so to speak.
Ah, yes, yes. That's my friend. His name is Eli. Don't get on his bad side.
You wouldn't be lying.
That was a very corny joke.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Off to the guild.
Pin. That being said, we now have two separate groups heading the way of the Silverneck Guild. And I think we're going to take our first intermission as we take a little break and have our players stretch our legs. And the story's going to continue. And there may even be some combat from my resident combat junkie. I'm looking directly at you through the camera. I hope you understand that.
There's like 6 of them.
There's at least one extreme musclehead in the group, okay?
Riz, you need to keep cap on shit.
I mean, I'm bloodthirsty. Come on.
That's sometimes literally. At what point do you realize whether you were eating a soup or not? You didn't investigate after your blackout.
Nope. Didn't care.
Didn't want to know.
Beet soup.
But yeah, we will be back with Trials of Silver in about 5 minutes. So just stay tuned, hang out with us in a minute, and we'll tell you more of a story. So, BRB. Hi, we're back. Good to see you. Gotta make sure everybody's in the right places. Oh, thank God. Technology finally works. Thanks for hanging in there. I'm Mazrix, your humble yet not so humble master of chaos. We just took a small break, but we're back to do some interesting shenanigans. Because we just had a gruesome slaughter and a greasy tavern scene in separate areas that are slightly mesh weaving together as they head back to the Silverneck Guild. And there is a very familiar to some sight of a 6-foot-something Goliath, bald-headed, bare-chested, standing... Stop it with their good boys! Sorry, that's my reaction to chat. The goodest of door guardians, Dave. And
As I walk through the door, I give him a face high five gently.
he leans down, like, so that you can actually reach his face.
No.
He was like, "Good to not see you, Nimue."
Good to not see you too, Dave.
Did you bring friends? Why do I smell burnt soup?
Friends is a relative term.
But did you burn soup?
No, I did not.
Or
I think the greasy spoon mostly smells or gives grease out. So not me what what you're smelling, but pleased to meet you. And I give him a quick look up and down and put out a hand, but like touch his hand so he can know where I am. There you go.
good to meet you. I'm
Nice to meet you.
Dave.
Name's Grit. Nice to see a tall glass of water in this place. Good thing to see as you walk in.
I mean,
We did.
they did put me up for decoration.
And I'm sure more than that. All right if I go in?
Come on in, Fred.
Wonderful.
Cornelius?
He starts
Cornelius.
You sit. He just starts scratching the back of his calf again. Like, yeah, right here, buddy. I got you. Hi. Yeah, that you probably smell my like. We had. I had a good time with my new friend here. Um,
I mean, you kind of smell like how my dad smelled when he came back from his hunting trips.
oh,
Never brought back food though. I was always quite curious why he smelled the way he smelled.
well, I'm sure my good friend over here, and I tap Chance on the back. My good friend Charlie over here will make you a nice batch of stew he made.
Oh, you brought a cook to the guild. We could use a cook. Actually, it's kind of funny you say that. So, I've got a proclivity for putting a few things together in a pot, so to speak. If you'll have it, you said it was Dave. Your name's Dave, you say? Yeah. That's been my name. Just Dave. Nothing fancy. Oh, it's a pleasure, Dave. So the name's Chance. Chance Haverday. It's a pleasure. Do you mind if I go in? I hear there's a brains of the operation somewhere inside, and this wonderful fellow right here, the one smelling of the soup that I made, he's got a bit of a not as much of a way with words as you, Dave. Dave. I mean, if you want to meet Dylan, yeah, you can go and. Are you trying to butter me up or something? I'm very confused. Oh no! I just got to get to gab. So sorry there, Dave. I talk a lot, especially when I'm nervous. And you're, I mean, the tall, handsome fellow like you. Cornelius, can you just make sure you get him inside?
David, come on in. Let's go. Let's meet our friend Terry. Let's come on.
You like, Dave kind of like takes a step actually away from the door, away from you and Chance.
You okay, David?
I'm
Or is
just
it just the soup?
gonna be over here, and that's gonna be okay.
Okay. That works. That works, yes. And what kind I look back over at Chance, I'm like, what kind of meat did you use in that? That was strange meat.
It's a cow. It's cow meat. I bought it from the market. They said it was cow. I didn't ask too many questions. Maybe that was kind of my issue.
When Cornelius turned back, what type what was it was it mostly cow that he was tasting?
You can briefly history check that for yourself if you want.
I sure can.
And as you do that, Paternoster, what do you make
Yes.
of the front of the Silverneck Guild and Dave?
You're a very tall man.
Do I hear another new friend?
Possibly.
I am very tall. Are you not very tall?
No, not at all.
Haha, not at all.
Not at all.
I was following those guys.
He puts his hand out and goes, "My name's Dave." His hand is like about a foot off to the. It's like over here.
Cornelius would come back and just like poke it with a stick, moving Oak closer to Pasternak, but moving to his
Pasternak is
hands.
4 foot tall.
Yeah,
so
just like
he's just like
down a little bit.
Timothy,
down a little bit,
shake
Dave.
this man's hand.
Ah.
And he will let the skeleton shake his hand.
You've got quite the handshake there, Fred.
Timothy has quite the grip, yes.
Interesting. A little bony, but I don't judge.
That's
Come on
very
in.
kind of you. Of course, yes.
What does a 12 get me on the history?
By the time you regained consciousness, the bowl was empty, and the flavor was soup.
Soup. Good. Good. That's good soup.
As you enter, Thelen is not at the bar, but in fact sitting on one of the couches, leafing through some paperwork. And he looks up, still in his suit of armor, unblemished, shining, very ready for the day, blonde hair flowing loosely around his shoulders. And he goes up, "Oh, hey everybody. It's kind of early in the day to be seeing a group of your size and new people as well. Geez, maybe I got to renovate this place if you're going to keep bringing people by."
Well, I don't know if this one wants to join the guild or just hire the guild, but Grit, this is Thelen. Thelen, this is Grit. Thelen is the head of the Silvernack Guild, and Grit contacted me and Nimue wanting our services, so of introduction to the Silvernack Guild as a whole, but mostly to you.
Oh, well, pleasure to meet you, Grit. Now, Nimue, was it, right? I mean, yeah, you've been here like once or twice. You haven't grabbed a pin from us yet. I don't think you wanted to be part of the guild. But I got some money downstairs with your name on it. If you every time I go down there and try to do the accounting, I keep seeing the bag with your name on it, and there hasn't been any more added to it because you haven't been taking jobs from the guild, but there also hasn't been any taken out of it because it's just been sitting here with your name on it. And I know you're friends with Sorrow, so I mean, you could just tell her to pick up your money from us from time to time if that's a thing. You don't have to come by personally, but
Why are you so nervous?
I habit.
Calm yourself.
I'll get right on that. Cornelius, you brought people too. There's this fellow with the skinny fellow, and wait, I know you, don't I? And he says, looking at Chance, I mean, have you heard? Have you heard of me, there, lad? I mean, does my reputation precede me? I didn't realize I was that well known. You're, are you, okay. I'm almost positive you're him, right? You're the curio purveyor. Wait, we don't go throwing that name around just anywhere there, lad. Like, even if I was him, you wouldn't be saying that out loud. Like, come on now, you gotta protect some secrets. No, seriously, you're the one who looks after all the oddities that come through the city. And he goes, "Hey, whoa, now, like I said, I can neither confirm nor deny that I am this curiosity person that you think I am. Just saying that I'm here on a method of business, and that I thought you might be interested in the venture. Maybe have these fine folks help out and see where that gets you in the guild. You've got a job? And Chance looks over to you, Paternoster, and he goes, is my method of speaking really that obtuse? Do people not understand me?
No, I understood you. You had people in your pockets, and then they beat you up, and then you have a job for us. It has to do with your sorting business. Maybe.
This one gets it.
Maybe
I
try
sure
getting straight to
don't.
business, friend. Maybe that's the trouble here.
I wasn't meant to be, but it's not every day that you meet a side of a mountain walking around and not staring at you directly, so perhaps I'm a bit out of sorts.
Have I heard of the curio collector?
Roll for history.
Alrighty.
Sorry, Curio Collector, was it? Was that the name?
Curio conveyor.
That's a 5.
Conveyor.
Just
Gotcha.
a 5.
I'm a +8 to history, and I rolled a 1.
Ooh.
Same.
Oh no!
I have a +1 to history, and I rolled a 19.
Ooh.
Nice.
Just since everybody's
History.
rolling
Ooh.
now. Okay.
16 total, unless it's Fey Fiends or Undead, in which case I have advantage.
Not Fey Fiends or Undead.
I rolled
Okay.
a 9 for my -1 history, so that turned into an 8.
So, Reverend Paternoster and Sorrow, both of you will have heard that in the lower ring of Citadel especially, if there was something you wanted, but you weren't sure how you were going to get it, and you didn't want to ask too many questions, there was someone that you could leave a note for. And that thing would almost inevitably show up. But there was always
I'd-
payment involved.
What kind of payment?
Depended on the item that you were looking for. And what you most commonly knew was that the curio conveyor was said to be paid with a like for a like.
I think Paternoster is like repeating Curio Curveyor a couple times, and he's like, the Knick-Knack Man.
Chance looks over and he goes, you know what, I like that moniker a bit better. Perhaps I should be going by the Knick-Knack Man. I mean,
Sounds like.
not that I'm him.
Well, just in case you are, I go into my pocket, pull out a card, hand it to him. Feel like you're someone I should get to know.
He takes the card and he goes, Gritstone. That's a nice strong name you have there, lad.
Thanks. Picked it out myself.
Now look, I don't want to mince meatballs with y'all. I do in fact have a job. I'm not even gonna hide that these two lovely chaps that escorted me here, that I didn't already know who you are there. Thelen Ovark, guild master of the Silverknack Guild. I was hoping you and your so eloquently and well, I won't shine up the brass too much. I was hoping these folks could help. There was a amount set to be conveyed that has been waylaid. It's a bit of a woodsy issue. just need some people to go free up the cargo, so to speak. Figure out what it was that delayed what should be conveyed. Thelen looks at him and goes, I mean, a job's a job. It's not from the city, but I've taken worse. Anybody up for an impromptu job now that you're here?
Potentially, but I would like to know some more details before agreeing wholeheartedly.
Chance turns and looks at you and goes, anything your heart desires there, pretty sorrow. Yes, I've heard of your hunting skills too. I'm in the habit of knowing what goes on in the city.
So it seems. This cargo of which you speak, what is it? Is it easily transportable, and where are we likely to find it?
It's mostly goods. It's not people. You don't have to be worried about that. I don't do that. I might be some sort of shady, but I'm not evil. Not by any stretch of the margin. And there's some woods that I think the Silvernack Guild found recently. There was a sect of druids there that aren't particularly looking for some trouble. But
Ah,
there was a... They're not the only ones to be in the woods, and they tend to keep to themselves most of the time. But that just leaves room for other things to roam around, and so my cargo may have gotten lost, and if maybe an item or two tends to fall off the trolley, so to speak, in your direction, I wouldn't be opposed to it as long as the majority of what was there actually fell into my hands. Keep up the promises and the pretenses, so to speak.
and where do you need it delivered?
Here's fine. Thalen, you mind if I use your pretty doorstep as a bit of a destination spot for these folks? You're able to pay? I think I just established... I did just establish that, didn't I?
Whatever your heart desires is what you said, I believe.
Hmm.
Close. Yes, Thelen, you know what, here. And he fishes in his pockets and takes out, like, a small bag and tosses it to him. That should tide you over for now. And Thelen opens the bag and then immediately draws the drawstring shut and kind of goes white as a sheet. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm okay with this. I'm not gonna... And he puts it in his pocket.
Felon,
Yes,
what's in the
Sora.
bag?
He looks around the room and he just looks at you and he begins to mouth and he goes,
Cornelius, like,
Interesting.
you just see his eyes glow like the same color, like not really glow, but just like almost like a cartoon. Like, let's
Sorry,
go.
me as a player, I missed what that was. What did you say?
I'm putting it in chat.
Yeah,
Yeah, because
Oh,
I was I
cheers.
was supposed to be like, first you call Sorrow pretty, and next now you're making
Money.
like licking noises towards her, and I'm like, dude, I'm gonna cut off your fingers.
See, jealousy.
Out the word platinum.
Gotcha.
It was
Yeah.
money.
money,
Gotcha.
money.
Where is this chat thing?
In the actual
In
Oh, in
Twitch
Twitch
chat.
chat. Right.
Well, I'm happy to help out.
Okay.
I just hope we can have a word, Felon, after.
I mean, yeah, you know where we are, Grit. We've made acquaintance. You obviously are a business person. We can chat, no problem.
Perfect.
I'm in. Nimue.
I'm gonna follow you.
I guess that's both of us in then.
But yes, I'm not wearing the bloody pin though.
I don't
Are
think
you
anyone's
sure?
asking you to wear a pin there, love.
Yes, I'm sure.
I tripped.
Okay.
I tripped up your accent there. I don't know whether you noticed.
I put down the pin that I was secretly trying to pin on Nimue.
Just put it on her witch hat.
Yeah.
She won't even notice. Like above the brim.
Roll sleight of hand.
Yeah.
We're doing this. We're doing this. Sleight of
Oh
hand.
wait, am I doing insight?
It'd be perception versus sleight of hand.
Perception?
Yeah.
Oh, terrible. 8.
I got a 10.
Wait, no. Sorry, 11. I mean, because it's 8 plus 3.
So
Oh.
I got a 10. You succeeded.
So basically, you see Soro coming up to you, getting close, and you just get ever so flustered that as her hand raises up above your hat, you think she's reaching in to like trail across your cheek, and you like lift your cheek, your chin ever so
Which
slightly.
I'm doing that with the other hand. Pin with one hand, other hand.
I'm being petted.
Yeah. Exactly.
It's okay to be adored from time to time. Mission
I
established.
think it's a little crooked on your hat, but it's there.
Mission established. Pin applied. Business card given. Reverend and Cornelius, is there anything you'd like to achieve before I whisk the camera and the 5 of you away on adventure?
Cornelius will see what Grit did, and then reach into his pouch and go and hand Chance one of the spider eyeballs that he still has in his pocket.
What, the calling card?
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, we're handing things out, and Patterson will pull out a small stack of what are essentially chick tracks for some eldritch horror of some sort, and just pass them out.
Oh,
I don't know if
Thank
that's a
you.
reference that everyone will get. Does everyone know what chick tracks are?
no.
Can't say I do.
Nope.
Okay, so in the 80s and 90s, they are tiny missionary pamphlets, but they are like the ones that like D&D will make you
Oh.
worship the devil.
Oh.
Like, oh, you looked at a
Oh.
cigarette, you're going to hell. It's like that kind of stuff. But these are for Cthulhu adjacent something.
Something impronounceable.
Okay.
Yes.
It's a lot of letters and orders. I haven't seen them before.
There's also some new letters in there. We made some new
Yeah.
ones up.
Is this supposed to be legible?
Yes, if you try long enough, you will eventually be able to read it.
Interesting.
Whether
That's
your
when you know it's working.
whether your sanity returns after is up to you.
Before we go out, I'm doing enhanced defense on Sorrow.
Oh.
Bless you.
Sorry, thank you. How long
Bless
does
you.
enhanced defense last?
Wherever.
Yeah.
Definitely.
When you finish a long rest, I can touch up to 3 non-magical objects, imbuing each of them with one of my artificer's infusions, turning it into a magic item. And I can attune myself to the item. You can attune yourself, or can forgo attunement so that someone else can attune to the item. Your infusion remains in the item indefinitely, but when I die, the infusion vanishes after 5 days.
Oh, I think you've already done one of my items. I've got a +1 to AC here labeled from you.
Okay, yeah, then
Um,
I would have already done that.
Awesome.
I need to do it
Fantastic.
again.
Well, there you have it.
Thank you.
Just got that clever little artificer in your back pocket there, Soro.
hmm
She knew what she was about. She's like, I'm gonna flirt with the right one.
But I am gonna go up to Cornelius, and I'm gonna hand him a vial with liquid in it. Just
Sit open, chugs it.
Yeah, of course he does.
You want to describe what
Like,
this
no,
is
that's
gonna
supposed
do?
to be a suppository.
It's an elixir of boldness. So you can roll 1d4. And so so do that now, and then add that number rolled. Add the number rolled to every attack roll and saving throw that you make for the next minute. Just a
Oh.
minute. You drank it
Fuck.
too fast.
Oh.
Oops.
Well, it's very
Oh.
convenient that you have traveled
A minute's worth.
Yeah.
before he actually chugged it, and before
Yeah.
because you were
We're there.
approaching your mission area, having left and gone on your adventures, and half a day has passed and dusk is falling, and you were like, "Hey, take this," and
Gulp.
as you do so, you hear terrible creaking and awning from the trees all around you, and as cherry blossoms filter through the wind, because despite the clearing that you seem to have found in the woods, the trees themselves seem to almost be shivering in response, and there's a snapping and creaking like hollow logs splitting in half, and yet nothing seems to be moving. And yet more cherry blossoms fall. And here we have... I need to move my map source. I'm so sorry.
So thank
Are
for
we
the
in
travel. Jimothy has been giving the Right Reverend Paternoster essentially a piggyback ride the whole time as he floats along.
You haven't started the session for us.
Yeah, it's not there yet. There we are.
Moving stuff around.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. What the?
Mm-hmm. So
Ooh.
the people at home, they just see
Oh,
what...
there's 3 of them?
Yes.
Oh.
What did you do, Megs? You helped him on this.
According to the
by the way,
encounter
I-
spec tracker, it is set to hard,
Oh boy.
not deadly.
By the way, I consumed a mutagen on the way here. Just so you know.
Oh yeah, I mean, go on. It's the Trials of Silver. You did all your things. You got all prepared. Like things are starting. Like
Yeah.
you have your buffs. Like I'm not.
Cool.
I'm not fussy.
Not
I'd
a
rather-
monster.
I'm not a monster. I'm just the monsters.
The monsters.
But that being said, everyone please roll initiative. It's time to go.
So does that D4 count on initiative,
I'm
or
gonna
just
zoom out for the people at home.
No.
Pivot skill checks.
No.
18 initiative.
Fuck you.
What's with the low ball rolls? What the hell is happening today?
I'm a big old. Oh. I'm a 7 as well.
Yep, 7-7. Greg got a 17.
Yes.
Perfect. Nemo got a 6, and Sora looks like he got a 13.
13 on the die plus 5, so 18. Where did you get that I got 13 from? Because I rolled a manual die.
Oh, it's it said on the initiative tracker on the internet that I have here that you were at 13. I thought you used the digital.
Oh,
That's okay.
Old
So
roll.
no, I didn't.
do 18
18.
there.
Mm.
Perfect. I don't
Timothy the Butler.
know how to. Oh, that's why it was. Okay, they're not a group. Okay, perfect. So, believe it or not, we're starting with Sorrow.
Oh, okay.
Also, Sorrow.
Shit, how do I play a blood hunter?
I don't believe you've ever updated your HP.
Not in the thing. Do you need me to update the one in D&D Beyond?
Oh, just later.
Shouldn't have to.
Yeah, you don't have to do it now. Just keep track, because I can't keep track of damage I do in the. You know what? I'm gonna people at home take a.
So
take,
my
oh, I can't. Oh,
my
I can
current
choose.
HP is 45. If you want to know, if that helps.
Yeah, you don't have to. You don't have to keep track of health. That's our job.
Yeah, I just like to keep track of it. It's okay. Anyways, please continue. Sorrow, you're up, and then Grit, you're on deck.
Fuck. Okay. I was not expecting to be up straight away. Shit.
The rest of us rolled like garbage.
Hey, speak for yourself.
Ian, my nat 1 over here.
Okay, because I can't figure out what the fuck I'm doing and I need some time to go through that. I'll just do a regular attack and then actually figure my shit out before the next round. Okay. I'm just going to take out my longbow and attempt to shoot one of the Let's go Treant. B. That one's kind of closest. Let's go Treant B. Um, Longbow attack. Oh, that's terrible. 13 to hit.
It glances across the bark, and as it does so, this treant begins to glow with a radiant orange from its chest, and the arrow actually not only skitters across the bark, but erupts in flame, ash, and smoke, trailing up around its face as its jaw opens in a very unhumanoid way, like almost sideways, parting in a body horrific way of splitting, and the ash
Well,
wreathes around its
fuck.
crimson eyes.
I think we should stay away from these. I just say. I don't think I have any useful bonus actions right now. Oh, I do have an extra attack, so sorry, I will attack it again.
Heck yeah.
9 plus 11 is dirty 20 to hit.
Does hit.
Sweet. For fucking minimum damage, three, whatever that is, piercing.
3, absolutely. And
Fuck me.
that was Treant B.
Yeah.
Perfect. Anything else?
Until I figure my shit out, no, that'll do.
Sure. Grit, you're up.
All right. Well, these are a little different than my normal people I'm dealing with, but I'm going to open my coat, go for a holster, pull out a hand crossbow, aim, fire. I'm going to bonus action aim to give myself advantage.
Mm-hmm.
And fire at Treant B, because that seems to be what we're targeting. Alrighty. Let's roll an attack. That is a 14 on the die for a 23. 23 hits. Excellent. That is going to be 1d8 plus 5. That's 11. I'm going to use my, what's it called? It's a new 5.5e thing. Let's see. It's using a bit of a sneak attack, using the damage die to make something happen. So I'm going to give up 1 sneak attack die to use a trip. So I'm going to shoot him kind of at the whatever hinge is going on at his foot to try to trip him. And it's a DC 16 dex save.
It does pass the trip. You watch as like you aim very carefully, and the foot actually snaps back, but vines seem to erupt from the back of its leg and wrap around the bark of a tree that it's sort of nestled inside, and it stabilizes itself, putting its foot back on the ground.
So close. That's an extra 6 damage then.
You got it.
I guess that's me.
All right. Then we have this fellow right down here. And he's going to saunter forward ever so slightly out of the trees, creaking and groaning. The smell of what normally would have been a very comforting bonfire masked with a musk of rotting animals. And it just comes forward, lumbering from this tree. Cherry blossoms that were raining from the trees around you, erupting into ash from the sheer heat of its skin. And it wreathes its shoulders back, opens its mouth as a flame begins to jet in that unhinged jaw, and you watch as a radiant pearl of red light erupts in a cone.
Oh, fuck.
From its mouth.
Unfortunate.
Have to take a look at the range. Was it 30 foot? Yeah. 30 foot. From its mouth. So, the Right Honorable Reverend and Jimothy the Butler don't actually get hit by this thing, but Cornelius, Nimue, Sorrow, and Grit, I need you all to make a DC 16 Dexterity saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
I did it.
11.
21.
No.
Good
16.
thing you're a tiefling.
Yeah. Good thing I'm a tiefling. Well, a sort of a
Hey,
tiefling.
Cornelius, you're allowed to roll above 10. You know that, right?
Don't you have danger sense or something?
Yeah, I do have danger sense. Fuck, I forgot about that. Thank you for reminding me.
I played a
It's
barb
even
for years,
worse.
but even worse.
That's
got an
Incredible.
twice as good as the last one, though. So
Only way to go is up.
This is like what? One, two, this is like the fourth time in the last 2 games that I've been hit with a cone of a move.
Cones are strong.
Cones are very strong.
Anyways, for those who failed, you take 10 points of fire damage, and for those who
Okay.
succeeded, you take 5.
Beautiful.
I'm
Sweet.
taking 5 because I'm resistant to 5, even though I've resisted to fire.
I'm resistant to 5, the number DM.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a prime number, so
hmm
can't work. Can't be
Mhm.
real. It's fine.
You also do notice that all of your flammable items do begin to feel a little bit as if they're much likely to catch fire. Clothes, items,
Ugh.
Oh, no.
boots.
Ooh.
Oh no, my flammable
Weapons.
items.
Oh no, I am close to being
Do we
naked.
lose eyebrows or anything? Or not yet?
They're a little singed, for sure.
Okay.
Oh, a good coat.
It's good.
Oh,
It's a good thing you didn't do your
fuck.
makeup before coming out here, Cornelius. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah. Well, I feel like we're about to get some more fun stuff happening here.
Oh, there's plenty of fun stuff, because you want to know what's
Yeah.
really, really funny? Is it's actually the other two Treants' turns.
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
Oh,
got this one coming here. This one coming here. And these ones aren't going to breathe fire, but they are, after charging forward, going to slam forward with both of their arms, like just overhand, like full-on haymaker style slams down. The first ones are going to be at Nimue. There's 2 of the slams coming, and the second is going to be at Soro.
welcome
So-
to the slave.
Nimue,
Come on
an
in,
18
Slack.
and a 14 to hit.
Well, yeah, that's what I was looking for.
No. 15.
But an 18 hits, right?
Oh, I heard 14.
18
Yeah,
and 14.
And 18.
First one hits.
Perfect. And Soro, a 23 and a 16.
Both hit.
Okay. So, 1 hit Megs, so that's 7 points of damage, and 2 hit Soro, that's 17 points of damage.
Testing.
Eli, you're up. It's gonna
Okay.
be Eli, then Reverend, then Nimue, back to the top of the round.
So yeah, I think would Eli be already raging at this point, or you want me to just say raging now?
Bonus action rage would make sense now.
Yeah, I'll bonus action rage. And question number 2:
Yeah.
if I go in this line here, would that cause a attack of opportunity with A?
No.
Okay, good. Try not to. There we go. Then yeah, I'm gonna move over here, and I assume this is flanking with Nimue.
Yes.
Okay, good. And can't do what I did last time because they're all on fire. And I'm probably going to get hit a lot because they're also on fire. But yeah, he's going to take 2 claw attacks at Mr. B.
Okay. So go ahead and make them.
Uh-huh. And I know there's probably going to be some fun coming up my way in a little bit here.
Oh, it's going to be coming immediately, actually. So you just need to you need to let me know whether they hit. Also, your claw attacks are slashing damage, correct?
Correct.
Oh
And
yeah.
first attack is a 14.
Does not hit.
Yeah. And the second, okay,
Does hit.
17.
Yeah.
So it's 17 hits. Okay, good. I got one fucking hit. And that's going to be an 8 points of slashing damage.
Absolutely. So as you slash through,
Mm-hmm.
your claws pry off some of the bark from the back of this tree ant, but as you do so, they almost sink into what feels like a wet, sappy substance, and you realize in no world should it ever be this hot.
Yeah.
It's almost like dragging your fingers through some sort of more liquefied magma that seems to be just below the surface of this creature, and you're actually going to take 5 points of fire damage simply for touching it.
Sweet. Okay.
Just hear Sorrow yell, "I said stay away from it!"
I don't hear you. and, and that would be yeah, that's on my turn. That's my actual turn.
Sweet.
I attack twice and I rage.
All right.
Because barbs attack and rage.
You did add your D4 to those attacks, right?
Fuck. No, I didn't. So that 17 went to a dirty 20. And what did I do last time? It was a
14?
wait, no, 17, 14 turned into a 17.
Oh, so okay, so hit it again.
Oh, sweet. And I'm also going to get hit again. I know. But
Oh
it
yeah.
doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. You know why? Because I rolled a 1 for 4 damage.
Hey. So it takes 4, you take 5.
Sweet. Now I am done.
All right. The Right Reverend.
All right. Looking at what we have here, I think Nimue is the only one who doesn't look like they are a combatant, right? They don't look like they're a frontline fightery person.
She is not.
No.
Okay. Then we are going to cast.
Oh,
You muted yourself.
you muted yourself. You turned into me for a bit.
No, I clicked off of Zoom, so my push to
Oh.
talk stops working. So we're gonna use my once a day bless on Sorrow, Cornelius, and our Orc Grit. So you could add an extra D4 to all your attacks and saves. And then I will move away and command Jimothy to prune that tree.
Jimothy will take its turn immediately after you.
Okay.
Also,
Don't have things set up for me to automatically roll for him.
as a James, I deeply appreciate that there's a Jimothy.
Yes.
So yeah, he is gonna just produce a short sword out of somewhere and go at the tree when it's his turn.
So Jimothy holds his hands out, and in very Butler fashion, at first there's nothing, and then you blink, and he's holding a sword.
Yep. And then he's gonna just attack Treant 1.
Like a Treant A there?
Yes.
Perfect.
Let's see. So he got a +5.
Oof.
I don't think an 8 hits. So
It does not. And as soon as you see the sword in Jimothy's hand, it seems to have been stashed away again. Where? We don't know.
yeah, that is my action, my move, and my bonus action to command Jimothy. And Jimothy's turn is try and attack, fail, and stand in the way.
Perfect. Nimue!
No.
Hmm.
Where's her? Hmm. Hold on, I have a thing. Had a thing. I was supposed to be able to do a thing. Where'd it go? There it is. Nope, never mind. Can't do the thing. Which bolt?
On which one? Which one are you targeting? And being that you are harassed by Blazebark Treant B, aka within 5 foot of an enemy, you technically have disadvantage on casting Witch Bolt.
If I attack that one.
No, if you attack any of them.
Yeah.
If you attack B, it's a straight roll because you have an ally that's flanking.
That is true.
Cornelius peeks over. Eli peeks over and waves.
Thorn Whip.
Also a ranged attack.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have anything that's like fucking.
You can try and move away, and you can gamble that Treant B won't take a swing at you.
That was my plan for Triancy, is to take the attack of opportunity to get ranged.
Bloody hell. Okay. I thought I could Misty Step with this character, apparently not. Okay. Actually, you know what? Shocking Grasp. To be.
Okay. Perfect. So roll with advantage, because that is a melee attack. That definitely hits. Okay.
Oh, I'm rolling with advantage in case I get to 20.
And then there's a DC for it to not have reactions until the end of its next turn, correct?
So it's gonna take 15 lightning and
No reactions.
no.
It's the new 5e rolls.
Yeah, it's the new 5e. It's so on a hit, target takes lightning damage, and it can't make opportunity attacks until the start of its next turn.
Oh, specific. That's interesting. Okay, well, that means
Yeah.
you can run away from it now.
I'm definitely running away
Ooh.
from it,
Yeah.
but Eli, I'm gonna tell you to come see me, who is further away now.
It's at
I
the
need
end
to
of.
touch you.
Oh. You just see You just see Eli go. Oh. Okay.
And that's my turn.
Sorrow.
Okay, bonus action. I'm going to activate my Crimson Right, which is Right of the Storm. So you see my longbow start to crackle with lightning out from the center all the way over the whole bow. And I'm going to take the attack of opportunity to move 30 feet back over here.
It doesn't take it.
Oh, it doesn't?
No.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to shoot it a couple of times.
Shooting at CRB.
Oh, yeah.
$10 says that if it would have taken it.
Which is B hurt the most at the moment?
Yes.
Yes, in that case, B.
By a considerable margin.
Okay, fantastic. So 15 plus 13 is 28 to hit,
Oh, yeah.
I think. The other one, fuck me, was a natural 1 for a 14 total.
That is unfortunate, but that is okay. So you definitely hit for 1. What's the damage?
Okay. Well, I'm going to. Oh no, you know what? I'm going to save that for later. Okay, this is just going to be. So, 7, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yeah, 16 damage there.
Sweet.
Some of which was lightning. Do you need that separate or
Nope.
just okay?
These things, I will give you that they are fire based.
Hmm.
Lightning does not seem to be in its realm of purview.
Cool.
Anything else for your turn?
That's all I got.
Great stone.
Looks like my turn. Good. These things best admired from afar, I think. I'll stay my ground right here and take a shot at B. That'll give me sneak attack with the crazed man slashing at its back. That
Don't
looks
forget your
like a
bless.
24 to hit.
It
Am I
is.
blessed? That could go all the way up to 28, but I think a 24 will do it.
It will.
All right. That's 10 damage, and we'll add the sneak attack. You know what? Yeah, we'll just stick with sneak attack on this one. Oh, very nice. 16 extra damage. That's 26 total.
Heck yeah. This one's starting to look a little crickety. Your arrows are actually finding purchase as the shafts from the crossbow are incinerating from the hot body. The metal seems to be staying wedged and is like moltenly burning orange in its skin.
Hey, Eli, was that your name? Or was it Cornelius? I'm getting them confused. There's a good spot right in the middle there. I'm going to use my bonus action to help Eli from 30 feet.
That's a good action.
And I am going to skedaddle. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, that's it for me.
All right, which means it's Treant A's turn. And it's getting a little, it was a little upset with Jimothy there, so it's going to take a couple slams at Jimothy.
Timothy Bones.
I believe 226s would hit.
Yeah. What kind of damage is it doing?
Slam, bludgeoning.
Cool. He has vulnerability to bludgeoning because he's a skeleton.
Yeah.
So
Oof.
double all the damage that you deal.
Okay.
Oh no.
Very unfortunately, I rolled. Doubled, it would be 34 damage.
Cool. Timothy explodes into glowing dust and there's no more.
No.
Jimothy!
Timothy James,
Uh,
no.
I can bring him back with an action. It's not a big deal.
Oh.
He just only has
Oh.
13 hit points.
Oh no.
And while I can use my reaction to give him resistance, he has vulnerability. So he was still going to take enough to kill him either way.
That's fair.
Hmm.
Vulnerability to slammage.
But then it's going to move up here.
Uh-oh.
Oh, great. Cool.
Like being pinned between a rock and a hot place.
That being said, this one is going to be swinging at Cornelius with some advantage going on. Because if it works for you, it works for them.
Yeah. Yeah.
21 to hit and a 27 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sweet.
You're raging, you get resistance to this,
I
right?
am raging, yes.
That's something.
That's a good thing.
Okay, so that would be 17 points of bludgeoning damage,
Half.
but halved would be 8.
Sweet. That's total.
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 Or sorry, hang on. It slams you, and this one actually, as it's slamming you, some of that bark rips off its skin, and its like inner substance splashes across you as it rakes its like arm down your body. So you do also take another halved is 6 points of fire damage on top of that. Or do you take... No, you don't take halved fire damage. So 12 fire damage.
12. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Sweet.
That's its turn. Then we have the other one. And this one is going to go over here. Oh, that's the wrong tool. Over here.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Oh, come on, friend. What did I do to you?
And this one is going to do what the other one did previously, because it's angry. And cone of fire right down that way.
God damn it. I was really hoping to be out of the cones moving over there.
Dex save!
19.
Oh, deck save.
Trying to take me for a sap, friend?
Because
Remember your
it's
bless.
a
Oh,
tree.
yo.
Yeah.
And it's trying to take
I rolled an 8.
You have bless.
You have
That
bless.
adds to this.
Oh, I do have bless. You're right. Thank you. I forgot about the bless.
Blexit.
May not
Get
help.
blessed. Hashtag blessed.
8 plus 4 is
12.
12. God, math.
Fortunately, no. I was looking for a DC of 16.
Ooh.
And Sam, what did you get?
19.
Okay, so you pass, but Sorrow, it is fire damage, so that still gets halved, correct? So,
Correct.
that being said, both of you will then take 6 points of fire damage. Because,
Total?
yes, Sam,
Yeah.
you with...
Yeah.
Wait, you have Uncanny Dodge, right?
It's only attacks, and this is a save.
Oh, yeah, that's new Uncanny Dodge, that's right. Oof, I miss old Uncanny Dodge.
No, Uncanny Dodge has always been
When-
on attacks. It's the evasion that's the
Right.
save thing.
Oh,
You're right.
Which you don't
Evasion
get
would let me
for
get through it.
another
Yeah.
level or two.
Yeah,
7.
so
Yep,
close.
7.
So close.
2 levels.
But that is the end of the train's turn, which brings us right back down to you folks. So we're doing Cornelius, then the Right Reverend, then Nimue.
How
Gonna
the
check
fuck is
something out.
Cornelius gonna get to me?
Yeah.
I do not know.
Yeah. Oh, come to me. No, I can't.
Cornelius
You have
is-
advantage on whatever.
Let me see one thing here. Wait, I have I had advantage?
I have given you the help action,
Oh, yeah, you
I guess
do.
bonus
Okay.
action in my case.
Okay, good. Because I was going to go reckless if you did. And I would have probably died afterwards.
I think it's only your first attack, though, probably.
Okay. So since I have the sap on my claws, like on my hands and everything, do I get a smell of what the sap is? Like, is it mapley at this point? Sugary?
It's got a very sweet scent to it. Yep.
Maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's
Corny.
mapley. Sorry.
Cornelius is gonna find one of the Cornelius is gonna find one of the sap holes, and B, and he's going to attempt to bite. Oh well, yeah, he's going to attempt to bite.
Heck
Find
yeah.
it in the sap hole.
Right in the sap hole. And then we're going to roll that at advantage because of the help action, plus my +3. Right? That doesn't go away, right?
Correct.
My D4, and then also bless. I forgot. So let's see. So that's going to be a 19 to bite.
That hits.
Okay, and let's see. I regain 3 from my bite. And, well, yeah. And then I'm probably going to lose that right away.
You take 5 from biting it, yes.
And then, I mean, it keeps me up, though. And then I'm going to roll for my bite attack, or for my damage for bite, which is going to be 6 piercing.
Mm-hmm.
How is it still up?
Yep.
I'm gonna do it again. Why not?
But again, let's
Now,
go.
do I still have advantage, or is that going to be something else?
It would be without advantage now.
Well, unless I do reckless.
Correct.
But they still, it doesn't matter because there's two giants that were next to me. So yeah, reckless.
Like a barbarian should, my friend.
25.
That definitely hits.
And then I'm gonna take. Let me do the 3 there, and then I get 5. I take 5 damage as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then that will give me 7 piercing on the tree.
It's looking like very beat up, but not quite falling over yet. You have not felled this tree. And
Okay. Tree ant. Okay. You just see Cornelius just start chewing on. Eli start chewing on like the sap. Oh, oh, so good.
first the gingerbread people, and now the treants. We're not playing Delicious in Dungeon, Cornelius.
So good. You made him sappy, by the way. I'm just making sure you knew that.
Yes, I know. I'm quite aware. Reverend, you're up.
Sappy.
I believe we are thinking.
We're thinking.
There's some deliberation.
Yeah. I was trying to see exactly what options I have here. None of those are good yet.
I mean, option A is Treant B is looking pretty darn rough.
Yeah, we're gonna look at Tramp B, and we're going to, well, I don't have to use the verbal or semantic components for any of these spells, so he just kind of gestures. It didn't even need to do that; it just happens. We're doing Mind Sliver to Treant B. So if it can make a DC 16 Intelligence.
Treants are very smart.
It fails.
Nice.
I do a total of 3 damage.
You watch as the fire becomes extinguished from its body in a brief blaze of almost like fireworks erupting from its core, and then out of its eyes you see these streams of orange light fade out of its body while it screams in this horrific, like, Wilhelm scream, if you will, and just absolutely shudders to a halt, and then its cindering body begins to evaporate in front of you, leaving nothing but a blackened husk in its wake.
Oh, okay.
Give a tree a splinter. I guess it couldn't handle its own medicine.
That works.
My turn? Oh, no.
Yeah, no, I think that's your turn. I'm done.
Oh.
Okay.
Nimue.
See Eli go, I'm trying to move.
Monkey butt.
Yes.
Mhm.
Oh.
It's going to be Milf's acid arrow.
It's gonna be May.
It is May.
It is
Nat
May.
20.
It's the
Nat
middle of
20.
May. So
Woo!
Ooh. To whom?
It's going to be at the one Treant A.
Okay.
Treant A. Ray of Sickness. All right, let's go.
Yeah,
Acid
that's
arrow.
doubled. 9 doubled, or do you want me to do it twice?
No, we'll just...
Yeah. It's 18.
Yeah, it's 18 damage.
And you're gonna take 2d4 at the end of its next turn.
For sure.
Ooh.
Would it be doubled though, considering it was a crit?
No. The lingering
Damn, I
damage is
tried.
not doubled.
I
Sorry.
tried. Valiant
Yes.
effort was made.
Absolutely. Okay, so that is it for Nimue?
Yep.
All right, Soro, you're up.
Um, just for flavor, Sorrow is looking pretty hurt. Like she's got charred bits of her. She's bleeding quite a lot, and she just spits some blood out of her mouth and glares at Triancy, and you can just see that she starts getting this kind of manic look in her eyes. She goes, "Bring it." She's just going to move a little bit further back to try and scatter us a little bit further so we don't cone. And then I'm going to injure myself further to invoke the Blood Maledict to to use Blood Curse of the Marked on Triancy. I'll just roll my own damage first. So that's 5 damage to me. Ugh. That's bad.
Did you knock yourself unconscious?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
I still have I still have 5 hit points. So we're still up. Yep.
You got to be ready to play by the wire with the Blood Hunter.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. So,
In this case,
and
it's play by the wire with fire.
and I've amplified it, so my first attack roll has advantage. Okay. So let's try and hit it twice. The first one, motherfucker, is, well, actually no, that's a 21 to hit.
That hits.
So that should sweet. And I'll just roll the second attack while I'm at it. Second attack is a 24 to hit.
Oh, I was going to say, in case anybody missed the revealed information earlier, Cornelius got a meets it beats it at 17.
Oh, fantastic. 17. Okay. Good to know. So, okay, first, so damage 6, 8, 13. I can't math. Math is hard. 13, 18. 18 damage for the first hit.
Mm-hmm.
And 11 plus 5 is 16 damage for the second.
Jeez.
So 18 and 16.
30, That's 32 damage total. No, 34 damage total. Jeez.
34 damage total. Yep, correct.
You actually, with your 2 lightning arrows, you watch as they puncture the shoulders, and for a brief second, the flame and the magmatic source of the creature seems to almost catch on the lightning, and you watch as you see a small, like, spherical eruption of magical, like, arcane energy as it takes out an entire chunk, and actually both shoulders are, like, hanging on by shreds. Like, the arms are slumped down. It's, like, barely lifting its hands at this point. Like, you did massive damage with a lingering wound.
Cool. And one last thing before I end my turn is I'm going to sear an arcane brand into that creature as well, brand of castigation. So if it damages me or anybody within 5 feet of me, it's going to take some psychic damage. And I always know what direction it is as long as it's on the same plane, but it's probably not going to last very long anyway.
Everyone
But
move over to Sorrow.
well, Sora also has to be, like, close to the creature. Like, castigation is more for, like, a melee blood hunter.
Oh, really? I didn't know that I had to be.
Well, it's because if it's within 5 feet of you, right? Like, if you take damage or within 5 feet of you.
Yes. So even if I'm at range, if it damages me or anybody within 5 feet of me, then it should take damage, right? Because it uses a cone.
Oh yeah, no, yes, sorry, it does. Yep.
Yeah. That makes sense, right?
I read that wrong.
Yeah.
When I was, like, reviewing it just now.
Oh, you're right. Okay.
So you are right. I
Yeah,
was
that's
wrong.
my turn.
You were reading that
Oh, good.
they had to be within 5 feet of the enemy to do it
Yes,
too,
I,
right?
that's what. Yeah, I read as you had to be within 5 feet for it to take effect, not like it was within
Gotcha.
5 feet of you. That was my mistake. So
You're good.
anything else to your turn?
That's it. That's all I got.
All right, we'll pass it along to Grit.
Pretty bad spot for Grit to be. Not friends scattered all around, and the enemies are still fighting. They're both equally hurt, or one's taking more damage than the other?
No, A is taking a chunk more damage.
Excellent. Well, that was kind of my intention. So, pardon me, friend. I'm going to go out on a limb and just hope you let me go. Bonus action, disengage. It doesn't give a choice.
You just hear
20,
you just hear
25.
you just hear Eli go, ha!
And then a crossbow whizzes right below your ear at Treant A. As I try to take advantage of my ally within 5 feet. That is a natural 20.
Fuck, he's
Hey.
Rogue's doing rogue things. Roll those dice.
12 and 10 and 6. 16 and 12 is 28 piercing.
Times 2, right?
That was the times 2.
that was double.
Okay.
Yep. Low rolls.
So 28. All right. Now it's its turn. It is going to take a swing at Eli. But its arms don't really seem to be working that well.
You have advantage, by the way.
Its arms still don't seem to be working that well.
Oh,
So that would be a 14 to hit.
no, it
And
misses.
it only can really find the energy to swing with one. So that's its turn. C, however, is going to chase after Grit.
Oh, goodness.
A needs to take damage though.
Yes, A does need to take a 2d4,
1
right?
second. Yeah, I got it.
Listen, friend, can't we talk this out? Get to the root of your issues?
7.
Okay, 7 poison damage. Perfect.
Grit, I think you're barking up the wrong tree there.
Oh Jesus!
They
I would like to
multiply! I love
I'd like
it.
to rejoin this fight on the side of the treants.
Listen, I'd leave if I could.
I was gonna say you should make like a tree and leaf.
You know what? As my bad luck would have it, C rolled 2 net 1s on its slam attacks. So
Oh, man. I don't mean to stick it to you, but we gotta keep this moving.
stick it to you. So good.
Paternoster planting the seed of doubt as to whether or not we can trust him.
This whole thing is so good. Oh, I could just listen to all of you riff on these forever.
I'll make sure to log that down in my notebook.
Cornelius, you're up again, good sir.
Oh, all right. So
Mentally, I am doing the same thing Felber's doing.
all right. So do I see the? Again, I'm gonna say it again. Do I see the sap hole in A?
On A, no.
Like I don't see the like. Isn't there an arrow that came? Like, isn't there an arrow that's stuck in one of them,
Well,
or is it
no,
is
so-
it gone?
A's shoulders are like pretty like much almost like the arms are almost severed completely off, but you don't for whatever reason see that sort of magmatic sap in those holes.
Well, if it's in one, it's going to be in the other, and he's going to. Yeah, he's going to just take a bite out of the like what would be assumed of the calf of Treant A. I'm just gonna.
You're like
I'm
a
just gonna,
cat. You're like
Yeah.
clinging
Yeah,
onto the
I'm a-
genes at calf level. Like
Yep. I'm gonna take the 5 damage,
exactly.
and then I'm going to take my bite
Hands and feet.
and also advantage. Fuck you! That was close. But that's still a 22 to hit.
It definitely hits.
Yeah, my second one went from a nat 20 to an 8. So
No.
that is going to be 10 damage on a bite.
That's a good bite.
And then that's going to be 3 healing. And then,
5 fire damage.
yeah, I took that already.
Okay.
And then I'm going to do it again. So I'm going to do that and roll. Oh, that's supposed to be an advantage, so I'm going to roll again.
That hits.
Yeah. I rolled two 16s for a 22, so they hit. It's fine. Everything's fine. Nothing wrong. That's another 10 damage. So that's also going to be 5 for me, and then 3 for me as well.
So Cornelius,
Mm-hmm.
as you are biting through the sap, and it's been like the spiciest meatball you have ever had, you start climbing this thing in a frenzy. Eli taking over. You're not feeling the pain as your skin is blistering and your hands begin to like basically shred your skin up past the knuckles, up your arms into your forearms, burning as if you've just shoved your hands into scalding water. And you clamber all the way to the top, and you just unhinge your jaw, and your teeth seem to elongate as you bite through where Sorrow's arrows sort of burst apart the tree. And with one mighty chomp, you sever the arm, and the body seems to waver back and forth, and you kick off as it begins to fall, spin through the air, come back down, and just land your teeth straight into its throat and sever its head.
Damn.
Can I also do like a backflip off of that?
Absolutely.
Okay,
And Eli then and not even like a classic backflip. You like full on like time slows as you
Nice.
like land.
Nice. And then once I get off of A, I'm just going to go 5, 10, 15, very slowly, all the way over to Nimue. And I'm just looking at her.
You did it.
I did it. Like, I have uncomfortably made eye contact with Nimue and just staring at her. We're here.
So long though.
And as the sap, like, it's just the sap is just dripping from the shadow. Like,
Still me.
Listen, I can make you resistant to fire damage now or after this, but at this point I kind of think it's almost useless.
something like the flames.
What did you say?
Some like the flames.
God.
Reverend, you're up.
Yeah, they keep saying I'm the crazy one. Sorrow looks real bad, right? Like
So
real
bad.
real beat it up.
Like about to pass out.
On a
Cool.
scale of 1 to 45, she has approximately 5.
The Reverend's gonna wander over and just like reach out a hand that starts to glow, and you can just see like the bones inside him glow out, and he's gonna touch you with his healing hand.
Oh,
Thank you.
For a total of 7 healing, because so
Beautiful.
once a long red's free heal.
Thank you. Much appreciated.
And then, do I have anything as a bonus action? I would like to do. No, I'm good.
Perfect. That passes us further along down the initiative to Nimue.
Monkey butt. Do, 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 and it's on the base. What is the biggest one I've got? Where is my biggest hit?
Biggest what?
You
Hit.
heard.
Hit. Okay.
Ray of sickness.
Nice.
You get 23 to hit.
Nice.
That hits.
8.
It's not nothing.
Every bit
Heard of-
counts.
I've heard of
And you
poisoned
have to
oak,
make
but
a
this is
con-
ridiculous.
You need to make a con save.
It fails.
Okay, you're poisoned until your next turn. And that's it.
Okay. Sorrow.
I'm just going to take 2 hits at that guy. Let me just double check if I get advantage on the first attack of every turn, or whether that was just once. The next attack, that was just once. Okay. In that case, oh man, fucking natural 1 for the first. The second one is a 14 plus 13, so 27 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. A kind of bullshit damage. 4, 7 plus 5 is 12 damage.
12 damage it is.
Yeah. And I don't think I have any useful bonus actions right now. No.
All right. Would you like to move?
I suppose I should. Yeah. I'm going to move 30 feet upwards, which is to that patch of grass there. I think it was that patch. Wait. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, just here.
Perfect. Which means, Grit, you're up.
Friends have left me in a tough spot. Take the coat off, roll up the sleeves, loosen the tie a little bit, put up my hands, and start going like, all right. I hate to truncate our time, but really need to end things. He has disadvantage because of poison. Is that right? When he attacks?
The Blaze Bark?
Yeah.
Will be. He was disadvantaged on his things. It doesn't do anything to people attacking him, though.
Yes.
So he'll have disadvantage when he attacks me?
Yes.
Okay. If he attacks me, I suppose. All right. In that case, I'm flavoring him as brass knuckles, but I have just a dagger. We'll do a dagger attack. Ooh, that's a 12, but with blast, that'll get me to a 16, which I don't believe hits.
It's one shy.
All right, that's all right. I just said there, Duke's up, ready to take a hit or two.
Perf. It is his turn, so it will roll with disadvantage on you, as previously discussed. And we're just going to move straight along as I roll a nat 1 and a nat 5. Cornelius!
All right. So we're gonna go.
Dive and weave.
Cornelius is now. Eli's now confused because Nimue is just not. You good? Okay. And he just goes 5, 10, 15. Oops. 20, 25, 30, 35.
Oh, now he comes.
That's some good unarmored movement there, Barbarian.
40 speed, baby. I can move more if I want to. And yeah, he's going to do the thing he did last time and just bite the shit out of him.
Like Cornelius is doing the 1 chip challenge, but like repeatedly.
Mm-hmm.
The one wood chip
A wood chip
challenge.
challenge. Yeah,
Yeah.
Shoot.
There it is.
It's full of Mike's hot honey.
There's a 22 to hit. Let's
Yeah.
do. Let me take that 5 fire damage and then heal 3 of my. Heal 3 of that, and then let's do piercing. That's going to be a 5
Okay.
for. And yeah, he's going to do one more time with advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that was so close. So 19
That
plus
is
20, but it's, well, 25 points. 25 hits, I guess. Yeah. Wow, I am. And that's going to be a nice little 6 damage.
perfect. Do 6.
And then also I need to do that again, don't I? 5 and then a 3. So just 2 damage on that. There we go. All right. Yep.
Reverend, you're up. Nimue, you're on deck.
Cool. I need a wisdom save from this tree, as we're gonna whisper at it. Dissonant whispers. So DC 16 wisdom save, please.
This is where we figure out the Reverend is a ASMR streamer.
32.
32. So he succeeds.
Just barely. Only double.
So 8 damage.
Okay. 8 it is.
He doesn't fail, so he doesn't have to run away. So takes 8 psychic damage. And that's good for the Reverend. He's good.
Nimue.
This thing is still alive.
It's been chomped on a little bit, but it's still alive for sure.
Nimue, how are you looking?
You are Nimue. Do you mean Sorrow?
Not Sorrow, yeah, that one.
Should have
I'm
12
not
hit
too
points
bad.
now.
I have 12 hit points now. Yeah, so
Okay. I'll just do Ray of Sickness again. $25.
Hits.
Nice.
8.
Perfect. Okay. It's taking a chunk of
That's-
damage there.
Con save?
It's pretty good at con. So, dirty 20.
It passed.
Anything else?
Nope.
Sorrow, you're back. It's very fast rounds now that there's only one of it.
yep. I'm just gonna shoot it twice or attempt to. Okay. Very similar hits. Both are gonna pass 17 by a lot. So
Damage.
you want me- damage. Okay. First hit damage is 5, 10, 13 plus 5 is 18 for the first one.
Yep.
Second
Nice.
one is 6 plus 7 is 13 plus 5 is another 18 again. So total is 36 damage.
Hey, Sorrow. You want to make it good for me?
Sure, I will. I will make it good. So, Sorrow, bleeding, not quite so badly as she was before, still spitting blood every now and then, wiping blood out of her eyes, pulls out her bow, longbow, crackling with electricity, like a plasma ball all across the surface. She pulls back and sends 2 arrows in real quick succession, one after the other, In slow motion, you see the arrow fly through the air, followed by the other arrow right on its tail, hitting home directly into that seared brand that she had put on this tree ant. And as one arrow hits after the other, both of them in shards of sparks as the fire starts coming out of this tree ant. I think electricity just pulses all over this thing, just like a plasma ball all over, before burning sap goes flying everywhere as the thing just explodes from within.
Hell yeah. And that's it. You've beaten the treants. You have survived
Yay!
yet another fight. And
So I have a question.
what's the question?
Because they're tree ants, can they walk on ceilings? Since they're ants.
Oh my god. Ah. Okay. What? Bless your heart, but
They can
no.
only walk on wooden ceilings.
I mean,
Only if it's hard, though, right?
you'd like that to be true, wouldn't it?
Oh dear.
There it is.
I had to
Take
know
us
that.
home.
You do. You make it home. You find Chase. You not only find Chase, but on the way there, you actually happen to raid his loot bag. And each of you is going to get a magical item from that loot bag that I will explain to you later. Because the thing about being working for the curio conveyor is that he's got a lot of magical items and a lot of access to things. So there may be much more magical trials of silver in the future for anybody who comes across the path of Chase Haverday. But I will also let you know that each of you get, I did the math, 2,350 experience points. And, like I mentioned, those magic items I'll let you know later. But that's it. That's all. Thanks for hanging out, tuning in with us for our game. I had fun. Hopefully everybody else had fun. We shot some things. Things exploded. We bit some things. There was a lot of very weird food for Cornelius today. And we got to meet Jimothy. A very excellent time. And Grit. Also a very excellent time. I did love the sort of almost pseudo like noir vibes we had at the beginning.
That was great.
I'm looking forward to maybe having a more noir focused episode in the future based off of Grit's attendance. So we'll see. But there's so many links in chat for you to check out. Hang out with us. We're cool people. There's lots of stuff to go on. If anybody wants to say anything other than goodbye, please do so now.
Bye.
What a town.
Bye.
All right. Well, it's just a bye then. Goodbye.
Megs is having a good time with those marks.
She's got so many links. It's actually possibly a problem. She's got so many sneaky links. That doesn't mean what I think it means.
Go home.
I am home.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, good night. You're wonderful. Thank you for being here. Be kind to yourself. All the nice things that I normally say. Thanks.
Bye.
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 Ah. There.